All right, it looks like REMnux has finished downloading. Now, we're going to make a new directory, and we'll call this pmat REMnux. Open up that directory, and we will drag this right into this new directory that we just created. Now, we can actually go ahead and open with, and you'll see the VirtualBox Manager here. You may have some other hypervisors installed, but don't worry about those for now. You can actually just open this up right in VirtualBox, and it's going to bring you to the import section for this VM image. We don't have to install this from base image like Windows 10. This is a pre-built installation ready to go. All you need to do is import it. So we can actually rename this, and we're going to call this pmat REMnux, and we can go ahead and click import. And this might just take a second. Now, after the install, we'll have our pmat REMnux virtual machine guest operating system here, and we can go ahead and click start and fire this bad boy up. And it will go through the boot process and bring us to the home screen. This should be pretty quick. This is a pretty lightweight operating system, so it's very snappy. Now, it should boot us right into the desktop and open up a terminal for us, which is quite nice. So you can kind of make this smaller. Again, we've got a very tiny screen here, so we can get rid of these bubbles here. Now, what we want to do is sudo make dir. We're going to go to media, and we're going to go to CD-ROM. This is going to be an empty directory that will house the mounted CD that we're about to put into the operating system. And we want to do a sudo mount dev CD-ROM. And then we need a place for this, which is the place we just made, media, CD-ROM. And it will say device write protected, mounting read only. That's totally fine. So we will go to media, CD-ROM, and ls, and we should have a whole bunch of scripts here. So what we want to do is punch up to the root user, so sudo -s. It won't prompt you for a password at this point. And what we'll do is /autorun.sh. And this will bring up our installation menu, and this should install all of the tools that we're going to need to make this operating system a little bit easier to work in inside of the hypervisor. And this will take a second, so I will cut to when this is done. All right, and if you see press return to close this window, you can go ahead and hit enter. And now all we need to do is reboot. And this will bring us back out, and VirtualBox will do its thing. It will load up the guest operating system, and we'll just wait to come back, and we should pop right back into our REMnux operating system, but this time we'll have a nice big operating system desktop environment to be able to work in. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Now, if this doesn't happen, if this is still in a tiny little box for you, all you got to do is go up here to click the minimize window, and then click the maximize window, and it should snap right out to the desktop size that you have. And look at that. That's what we have for our REMnux install. Later in the course, we're going to talk about the networking required with this, but REMnux is now ready to go. So meet me in the next video, and we will keep it rolling. We're going to install our primary Windows environment, which is Flare VM. So meet me over there.